In today's Find a Friend segment, sponsored by Rascal Animal Hospital, I want you to think of all your big 4th of July memories, right? The fireworks, the cookouts, family and friends. And for local animal shelters, they remember the runaways and strays that come their way. We have Carol Gerbert from the Humane Society of Delaware County, and we want to stop that trend, Carol. But first of all, Letty has been chomping at the bit to get her kind of 15 seconds of fame here.
She has.
So tell me about who you brought with you.
Okay, so this is Letty. She's a 3-year-old bulldog American Staffordshire mix. She came to us from Franklin County's dog shelter. Brought her up to Delaware, get a little different group of people looking at her. Hopefully we can find her a good home. She is a Spitfire, as you guys have seen this morning. She's full of energy. She loves to play. We brought another dog with us today too for later, and she had a little play group out in the lobby with her, and she loves to play.
Active family, kids she would probably love to run in the yard with, and she's good with other dogs.
She's great with dogs. She likes cats.
Okay.
We say kids over 8 just because of her energy level, and she likes to run around.
she loves
knock a toddler over.
Yeah, exactly.
With love. With love.
With love. Okay.
She's awesome.
So Delaware County Humane Sites, hsdcohio.org if you want to adopt Letty. All right, so 4th of July, few days away. We got a lot going on. The first thing I want to talk about is how important is it before this weekend to make sure that you have your dog microchipped?
Microchipping is the best way to identify your dog if it would run away. Collars fall off, tags get lost, microchipping doesn't go anywhere. It's a small, almost the size of a grain of rice chip that goes between the shoulder blades of the dog. It has an ID number that anyone who has a scanner can scan: the police department, animal control officers, any humane society, any vet clinic. So if a dog gets lost and they can take it to one of those places, they can scan it. Your information comes up on the computer, your name, your phone number, your address. They can get the dog right back to you.
Okay, perfect. Easy enough. So let's talk about some things you should do if you're having people over for your 4th of July barbecue or whatnot. Let your guests know the house rules. Why is that important?
That's really important because they're coming to you. Your dog knows what the rules of the house are, but when other people come in, that kind of changes the dynamics up a little bit. There's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of noise. Dogs are very social. They want to meet everyone. So in that kind of a hustle and bustle, dogs can get lost. So if you let people know right away, don't feed your dog off the table. Please don't let them out in the yard unless they're supervised. Don't let them out of the yard if they're in the yard. Things like that can make sure that your dog stays safe.
Okay, and the other thing you want to do, and I think this is just maintaining your pet's normal schedule, right?
Yes.
To kind of keep them in the same world they're used to.
Absolutely. Yeah, don't change up your dog's schedule. If your dog's used to going for a walk in the morning, please make sure you do that walk. Maybe make it a little longer walk if you're having people over. Get them tired out.
Yeah.
Make sure you're feeding them on the same schedule. That way they may not be as tempted to eat off people's plates.
And that's the other thing you want to do is watch for the grills, the food you have out.
Absolutely. There's a lot of foods that we eat that are toxic for animals. And especially in the summertime, grapes are very toxic. Onions are very toxic. And we're eating chicken wings and steaks and things like that, and those can harm a dog if they get a bone. But human food in general is not really good for your dog, and when they ingest a lot of it, like at a party, you're going to have some issues later on.
The other thing is, if you've got a parade either going by your house or you're going to a parade and bringing your dog, you probably would be better off kind of thinking of it from their point of view.
Yes. Yeah, we always tell people that as much as you enjoy those events, your dog is probably not going to enjoy it quite as much. There's a lot of loud noises, there's a lot of lights and action and people and just strange smells, and that really makes most dogs anxious. Most dogs do not enjoy fireworks. Our recommendation is to keep your dog in the house, maybe in a bedroom with a chew toy or a Kong. Put them in their crate for the evening. It's a little quieter. Play some music for some background noise so that they're not hearing all those loud noises. It's kind of frightening. They have no idea what it is.
Exactly, and that's why we get a lot of them that run off and things like that, which, leads us into the whole microchipping aspect.
Yes.
But the other thing you want to be careful about, things you have lying around on days like this, and that is insect repellent, sunscreen.
Yes.
I mean, they may think, oh, that smells good. I'm
Yes.
going to get into that.
Absolutely. They make those smell good for a reason.
Right.
And dogs are enticed by things like that. And then you're making an emergency, vet visit, and we don't want that to happen. 4th of July is the leading week for lost dogs. That is when dog shelters and animal control officers are the busiest. They get frightened and they bolt.
And so if you do see a dog running loose and you don't know whose it is, call your local shelter. Is that the best way to do it?
Call your local shelter, call your local dog warden. I hesitate to have people approach dogs because if they're running because they're frightened, it's probably not a good idea to approach them, but definitely call your local humane agents or your dog control and let them take care of it.
Okay, and again, if you want to adopt Letty, just go to the website hsdcohio.org. If you have a lot of energy, this girl is going to be your new best friend. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Robin.